Oh, those top spread lines you need to know on a Thursday. We handle our business right here on the early line. Come on, we do it every single morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, live 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern. Your boy Donnie Rightside and Joe Ranieri, and it doesn't stop tonight. Big-time college basketball card. You say sometimes like, well, wait a second, who are we going to talk about tonight? Arizona, Duke? No. Come on, man. Let's start. Northern Iowa and Belmont is the place to be tonight. This game, Joe, going to take place as a 5.5-point favorite at home for Belmont and a total of 137.5. We love to talk about matchups. How about the most efficient offense in conference play is Belmont? How about the most efficient defense in conference play is Northern Iowa? How about the team with the best effective field goal percentage on offense? That's Belmont. How about the number one most effective field goal percentage on defense? That is NIU. And also the best three-point shooting team in conference going up against the best defense from the three-point line in conference. Joe, the spread line tonight, Northern Iowa versus Belmont, offense versus defense.
Yeah, the Mo Valley has long been one of the more competitive conferences on the mid-major level. And on a Thursday, it's all about the mid-majors here, Donnie. And you nailed it, right? The number one defense in the conference versus the number one offense. Now, we told you about Belmont last week going up against Bradley in their last game, and Belmont lost on the road to Bradley after beating them by double digits the first go-around. They ended up losing last game, and Belmont doesn't lose very often. So it's a bounce-back spot for them at home. This opened up at 6 last night, Donnie. We're seeing 5.5s, 5s, even a random 4.5. So apparently, the market believes defense is in order here tonight, and don't believe that Belmont can run away with this game by more than a bucket. I doubt that's going to happen. I think Belmont, 3 is more than 2, Donnie, and nobody shoots the threes better than Belmont.
No, they don't. Line them up, knock them down. We'll see if that takes place tonight. How about let's go over to the CAA, Hofstra and the College of Charleston tonight. Slight favor for Hofstra on the road, Joe, -1.5 depending where he's shopping at. And then also a dog price at 1.5 depending where he's shopping at. So some interesting betting patterns setting up for this one. And a total of 147.5. The one thing I like about Hofstra, the best team in conference play on offense. Yep. They're number one in efficiency here. They shoot the three-point shot. They're extremely good at the free throw line. And also, Joe, one of the best offensive rebounding teams in conference play. I haven't bet Hofstra since 2017, 2018 with Rokas Gustis out there. What gives tonight on the spread line with Hofstra and the College of Charleston?
You know, you're right, Donnie, because Hofstra is and has been what many people consider to be the best team in the CAA. But usually once we get to tournament time there with the CAA tournament, they usually end up falling short. And, North Carolina, Wilmington usually ends up taking it down. But Charleston's an interesting team this season because 2 of their best players were hurt to start the season. So they just started getting them back. So this is not exactly the same team that they were a month ago. So it's going to be interesting. We saw this with kind of a pick-em price overnight. We're starting to see a little bit more money towards College of Charleston this morning. The home team, listen, home court matters in these CAA games, right? In these mid-majors. And right now, the market having a hard time figuring out, is Hofstra really the best team in the conference? We're going to find that out here tonight. But College of Charleston, they are finally healthy, Donnie, and have their full starting crew ready to go tonight against Hofstra.
The Metro Atlantic, Joe, just re-upped in Atlantic City for their conference tournaments. Let's talk a little Metro Atlantic action tonight. Marist is going to take on Merrimack. Merrimack is the favorite, Joe. -3.5 as it sits this morning at a total of 130.5. Why is that? Marist plays great defense here. How about a 93.3 rating in efficiency on defense here? The best in conference play. They love to defend the three-point line as well, but here's the issue that you might have. Merrimack, the best team in conference play, getting to the free throw line, and Marist fouls at 11th of 13 teams in conference play. Maybe there's a path to the free throw line, but Merrimack at home, Joe, is the favorite by 3.5. What's that spread line here?
The MAC, not the Miami of Ohio MAC, but the the MAAC conference here.
LA.
With Merrimack being very much the best team so far this year. I don't think it's actually close, but that doesn't mean that they are going to run away with anything here because Marist grades out actually better than Merrimack in a lot of metrics here. So this is going to be the best game of the conference and is going to go a long way in deciding who is that best team in this conference here. Right now, I saw Merrimack laying 1 overnight. You just showed it there. Now up to 3.5, even 4. So the Merrimack money is coming in early in this game. But do not be shocked if Marist holds their own. And actually, this is the first big upset of the night here, Donnie, with Marist taking down Merrimack in Merrimack.
How about this? Is this a coincidence? Yeah, it's the early line. That's no coincidence. We're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's Joe Renier. It's Donnie Rightside, the same boys that do the show each and every day. Syracuse's AD goes, man, this ain't working out. We're bad in football. We're bad in basketball. I'm going to dip out. And then Syracuse drops 107 points in a double overtime game to knock off Cal. Most points they've scored since joining the ACC since 2013 here. New direction for the AD. Basketball dropping a century mark there. Love to see it.
Yeah, but Adrian Autry's time is coming to a close there at Syracuse as well. So I would expect some new faces there, not only in the AD office, but on the basketball court as well. It has not been a good run for Syracuse. Both football and basketball, Donnie, not good here.
Help me out with this next one, Joe, because I think I need some help. I have opinions, and I didn't know this was happening until we were in the commercial break, and I like to get a read on of some of the graphics that are going to pop up. Now, I like to take this back to the courts now that we have. We know they're digitally contained through TV. It used to be where you'd watch an NHL game, okay, the boards in the arena were the boards that you'd see on TV. Now it's an endless stream of ridiculous AI, attention grabbing away from the actual events itself on the ice, and sometimes it's hard to watch. And I even remember there was a time, not in hockey, where we were at a Final Four, a national championship game, and the LED ribbons around the arena were so bright that they were flashing off of the court, and there were so many complaints on social media that the social media complaints made it to the network, and they shut the LED ribbons off around the arena. So now let's level up once again, Joe. The Big 12 will become the first organization in the United States to use ASB glass floors, LED courts for official competition. Both of the league's conference tournaments will be played on glass courts. I can't wait till we have a game that's hey, we can't play tonight, we're postponed because the court's too slick or the lights don't work on the court. We're doing too much, Joe. We are.
We're over the top, Donnie. It's absolutely over the top. And you know it's going to end in total disaster, right? You just know it's going to be. So somebody's going to get hurt. Something is not going to go right here. Somebody's going to get blinded. It's just, you're just opening up Pandora's box here for no reason. Oh, wait, there is a reason, Donnie. It's all about the money.
By the way, how's this? Because I'm trying to figure out how it works. I'm assuming the LEDs we built, because you can see the graphic here, maybe at the 3-point line, of course, you're going to have the brightest ads you can possibly have on the floor that are lighting up as if you can't see them already on TV. But I don't know what the concept actually is. We're going to have a really cool, appearance before the game. We're going to have an LED show in the court. Or is it just, Joe, the LED lights are going to illuminate the court as the players play? We don't need that.
No, again, we don't, unless there's some sort of sponsorship, with it there that's going to continue to generate the revenue stream. It's the only reason that they do this is strictly what else? How much more money can we squeeze out of people here? And that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what this is all about.
You know what? I actually have a vision of if I could, because I don't think they're just having LED lights make the Big 12 logo very bright during the game. I got a feeling, Joe, that this glass court is actually going to be translucent, where it's you could during the commercial break they can take the court off the striping with the lights and just have ads run consistently during the break at that point, where a 3-point shot goes down, the player's face appears on the court with a signature under it here. But wait for this. We're having a delay in the second half. Wait, there's 3 minutes left. The game is tied here in the Big 12 championship game. The 3-point line lights are out on each court. We're going to have to take a TV timeout to figure this out. You know that's coming, Joe. You know it.
Yeah, it absolutely is, Donnie. And it won't be long for somebody can hack into it and put their own thing on. You know it's coming here, Donnie. It's a train wreck waiting to happen. And all in the name of how much more sponsor money can we get? That's it. That's all this is about. It's unreal.
Yeah. They didn't put the LED boards, the ribbons in the arenas because they look cool when you scored a goal. They put it in because they can run constant ads the entire game when it's just having one box for the season here. Let's get over to this. And I love this. The SEC, are there rivalries? Sure there are. But Alabama and Auburn, state rivalry here. Hate them in basketball. Hate them even more in football. How about this quote from Bruce Pearl, which I get a kick out of? Nate said he played Bediako 100 times again. What that tells me is Nate doesn't really care about the SEC and doesn't care about the NCAA. And it's fine. You're just going to care about your student athletes here. That's fine. So I won't read the rest of it. But anytime you get a chance to poke a hole in a coach of another team here, you're always going to do it, retired or not, Joe.
Absolutely, you're going to do it. And listen, he took a lot of heat for even taking him on the team, and it was, hey, hate the game, don't hate the player or the coach in this situation, right? Well, he's doubling down all over the place, Donnie, which is hysterical to me, but that's okay. I keep playing him, I'd keep doing it, so he has no regrets. All right, and we'll see how that rolls for you.
Let's talk Big Ten basketball, because you can't have a bite of the apple and then spit it back out and say, give me a refund back. Here's what I'm saying with the Big Ten, Joe. Like, they're trying to get a student athlete issues commission together. It's going to send a letter to the NCAA that says, we don't want our student athletes absolutely involved in proposition bets. I got news for you today. Hey, college, here's what you need to do. Don't pay the players. Give them 5 years to play for. And also, you'll take away the prop bets, but also you want to know as well. It's like, hey, we distribution was like $90 million per school. Why is it $9 million? Because if there's no gambling, nobody is watching your games anymore. Gambling is the facilitator of why your players are getting paid, coaches are making $10 million, and the revenue is going higher and higher due to ratings. Go ahead and bite the hand that feeds you. I would love to see it.
Yeah, or here's a better one. Like, how about you recruit student athletes who aren't so easily influenced or corrupted? How's that? Maybe a little personal responsibility? What do you think? No, we don't do that. We just got to eliminate it all instead of having any personal responsibility for anything.
Like, we always have those hypotheticals, Joe. Imagine if you got a contract from the SportsGrid network that said, Joe, we're going to pay you $5 million a year. You just can't drink Pepsi. And in 2 days, you're like, had a Pepsi, man. Couldn't do it here. Like, isn't it so simple? Like, hey, I played basketball at a university for 4 years. I just can't bet on myself, and I'll make $1 million in NIL per year. Oops. Me and the boys made $50 on a parlay last night, ruined my $1 million policy. Make it make sense, I like to say. It doesn't make sense. Just keep it simple, not stupid. Let's take it over to the college basketball markets here on Kalshi. Men's March Madness Sweet 16 qualifier. So not only the 8, not Final Four, not champion here. Just make it to the Sweet 16. The favorite, Alabama at 96%. That's interesting here. So Alabama has a higher number than Michigan and or Arizona at this point. Now, also understand this. Hey, let's get to the Sweet 16. They can do this, but also betting before the tournament actually comes out with the seedings here, always tough, because you could have the best team. Like, wait a second. They got the toughest draw. That's ridiculous here. But Alabama leads right now, Joe.
Yeah, which is strange. You got a lot of Alabama homers, I guess, in the marketplace there that are going to go ahead and take that contract just because it's Alabama. And it was a nice win last night, by the way, on the road for them. But, we know you got to be in it to win it, right? So they're likely going to be in it. But where is Florida in that mess there?
Florida is 79%. So a yes wager investment of $100 pays back $143, Joe. And again, not to make a Final Four bet. No, elite. That means you win 2 basketball games and you're there.
It. Yep. Yeah, and listen, which sounds easy, right? But we've seen that sometimes it isn't. But I would certainly just concentrate on who you think are going to be the top 2 seeds in each bracket, right? And come up with the 8 best teams, Donnie, and just go ahead and hammer them because they're both likely in each bracket to get to the Sweet 16.
Let it be known, Joe, where are we headed tonight for our best bet on a Thursday?
Well, the Govs got it done for us last night, so we'll go back to college tonight. And the number 1 over team in the country is Denver. They are at home taking on South Dakota. There is absolutely no reason to sweat out an under here. South Dakota State and Denver played to 166 points. Last game, You can get them from 157.5 this game. This thing goes over again tonight, Donnie.